Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katelyn, and today we're doing another Monster Mash. So I know a lot of people have been asking for another Biome Monster Mash, so that's what we're going to be doing today. We're exploring a whole new, biodiversity biome and seeing what things we're combining today. So this one, we are going underwater, and we are going to be doing an ocean biome. So I found this little handy-dandy chart online of who eats what and what eats who type of thing. And so just like the previous one, we're going to do a random number generator and then follow the trails from different things to the other creatures that we're going to be using. So I'll be totally real with you guys. I actually recorded me drawing the creatures, like the random numbers, back in February of this year. And so I'm a little displaced from how I chose this or what I did because I forgot to record my face camera. And so I'm like, I don't know how I picked what. So with some of the random numbers, I was able to track the first three that we got, but then the last one, I think I just ended up picking octopus because it would be cool. So with the random number generator, we got a tide pool sculpin, a giant green anemone, an amphipod, and then the Pacific octopus. So we're gonna go ahead and combine these four things into our final monster mash. So let's get to sketching and figure out what we're gonna do with this one. All right, it's time to dive into another monster mash. Unintentional ocean joke, water joke, whatever. Anyway, so for today's, I was just a little peek behind the curtain. I was very frustrated with past Katelyn self with that intro and everything. I was like, oh, cool. Like I already had recorded like me choosing the creatures and doing the number picking and everything. I'll be set. And I finished drawing this first before looking at any of the number choices, or like how I did it, like in the video. And after starting recording this part to go over the numbers I picked, it was so frustrating. I do not know what past Katelyn was doing. I think she was panicking because I think the problem with this biome chart was there was a lot of like one-way arrows that stopped at quite a few things, even though they all kind of circled around each other quite a bit. So whenever I would draw like a higher number, like I got a lot of like 13s and 12s and 15s and things. It was very hard to find a path to what creature that led to. Even though there was like quite a few creatures on that chart, it still was a weird path to get to it. So I apologize for the intro not being the usual, like you see me like pulling the numbers and everything. I was very frustrated. It just wasn't working how I wanted it to. And I don't know what happened to past Katelyn, but she kind of panicked with the numbers and we got what we got. Anyway, past that, this creature was really fun to do. I had like an initial idea out the gate of having that weird octopus face, and then I was like, oh, it'd be really cool if it was like crested with the little anemone.
Okay, don't hurt yourself.
Little arms and tentacles. I thought that'd be really cool to have with the octopus tentacles as the face as well. And then I decided to go with a combination body of the, I already forgot what it is, the little shrimp thing and the fish as well, to make this kind of weird, long-shaped, it looks more like a shrimp overall in the body shape, but with cool fins and other stuff. So I was really jiving with this one. It gives me kind of like weird, almost Lovecraftian horror. It's not fully a Lovecraftian horror. I think for the face, I was for sure inspired by the idea of Cthulhu and also like Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean. I kind of had like that in my brain when crafting this one, but then I also just thought it would be really cool to have that like bright green face with all these little tentacles and things happening all around its face, and then trying to emulate kind of that gradient of greens from the anemone as well. And then I wanted to add in some colors from the octopus as well on the tentacle mouth area. And for sure, I wanted to bring over the spots from the fish. I really liked those cool, like speckling greens that were all around it. And I'm like, okay, I think I can bring that in and tie in all the greens. Like I knew I would have to alter the greens eventually for like the fish. The fish was more in like a I don't know, like a gray, washed out, whitish green, maybe more of a brown green. And then the anemone is like a very bright, vibrant color. So I had that kind of in mind as I was doing this line art and getting through this design. I knew I wanted this one to be like kind of a weird creature as well when I was doing the design, because like, I don't know, there's so many cool deep sea monsters, and then I bet you there's a million that we haven't even discovered yet. The ocean is crazy. It's actually kind of funny. Like, I am not really afraid of like open water as much. I don't have like the phobia per se. But this last time when my husband and we had our 10-year anniversary, and we had the last kind of trip before I was going to go full time as an artist and we'd have to cut back on funds quite a bit. We went on a cruise to Mexico, and this time around though, I was like, wow, you actually really can't see much of the ocean at all. It's crazy. We did end up seeing like a hammerhead and a seal and quite a few other things off the side of the boat. But I think what was crazy was seeing them at the surface and how quickly they disappeared into the water, and how fast you lose visibility from the surface of the water, like into it, you know, even with very clear blue water. So that was pretty trippy to experience again. And it just made me think more with this one. There's so many weird and cool deep sea creatures that I don't know, they're so odd and really cool. So I was just excited to kind of design one on my own. So we're jumping into the color now, and like I said earlier, I was doing that green gradient of the anemone, and then I wanted to do these like spots on its face. I did them in the original sketch, and I thought it'd be really interesting to tie them in. I was going back and forth on kind of what color they should be, and like if I should apply a filter or not, because in my brain what I'm thinking is this creature attracts its prey with like these bright colors that are all along its body and its face. It's kind of like an anglerfish in a way, where something is going to come investigate it and see what this color and bright light is. And so I wanted the face to be like the brightest aspect. It's just like this really bright, vibrant green. And then it would be drawn in and then grabbed by the little tentacle face arms and then consumed. I did think of one thing that would be interesting with anemone or anemone. This is going to be the whole video, guys, is me messing up how to say anemone. There we go. Kind of. Anyway, so with those, clownfish and other fish like naturally live within them because they're, they aren't affected by the stings of it. So I could also see this thing having maybe a small school of like clownfish or other fish that hang out with it. I know those aren't like deep sea fish, but maybe there's like a relative of it that specifically hangs around and like maybe cleans out the anemone parts of the face of this creature, or like cleans between its like joints and other things, or just is there to get whatever is left over from what this thing eats. That's kind of like a little headcanon I thought of that would be really interesting. Because, in a lot of the biodiversity, especially like the ocean, I mean, honestly, every biome kind of has it. There's there basically are helpers between things, like the birds that land on the alligator to help pick off pests or like clean out their teeth or other things. And then there's the fish that kind of swim with sharks, clean them off, remove parasites, and just like that type of relationship that happens in nature is very interesting as well. So I was trying to think of that too with this one, that even though it is like this big kind of creepy predator, it would be interesting if it had like small swarms of fish that are maybe resistant to the anemone part of it. And with that too, I am curious, I guess I would only want the face to have that reaction. I think it would only have the face where it would sting. But the rest of the body, I think, would just attract things with just the bright greens that are radiating off of it. But yeah, I really like how this creature turned out. Let me know down below if you have any cool ideas for like abilities or things this thing could do, or like any fun ocean creature facts. Let me know in the comments below. And there we go. We are all done with this Monster Mash. This one is really interesting. I wasn't 100% for sure where I wanted to go with these colors just because there was so much diversity and like different colors from the different creatures. But I feel this ended up getting unified in the end. I struggled a little bit. I don't know if you saw it during the recording of like what to put where or what patterns to bring over, but I think this one turned out really cool. It kind of reminds me of a weird Cthulhu creature. Maybe the green with the octopus face is kind of giving me that vibe. So it's giving me like weird Cthulhu minion feeling. But I really like this weird deep sea creature. At least it's giving me deep sea vibes. And this was a really fun mash to do. So thanks again, guys, for stopping by and checking out this Monster Mash. This is really fun to get back into doing the monthly Monster Mashes. I'm going to be coming out with a bunch more creature videos really soon. So stick around. If you like this one, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and let me know down below if there's another biome you want me to explore in the next biome video. I'd love to know. I mean, there's so many that we can pick from. So let me know down in the comments below. So I want to do a quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for helping me make this full-time art thing happen. If you would like to get some behind the scene artwork, eventually we'll be opening up our mail club in November and so many other goodies. Go check out my Patreon. And I also want to do another quick shout out for everyone who became a member over here on YouTube and then also did all the subscriptions over on Twitch during our coming back party. It was really fun and it was a great time with you guys. But either way, thank you guys again so much for stopping by and I will see you all in the next video. I'm excited to do more monsters, so stick around. I'll see you there. Bye, everybody.